So basically, bro, this in the day and age we are in right now, bro, it's extremely crazy, bro. Corona's out. We got a new president. Just a lot of things are going on, just different from how they used to be. So there are a lot of people who are going homeless. There's a lot of people who are losing their jobs. There's a lot of people who are struggling at this point of time, and it's crazy. It really is, bro. To see the people who you knew, the people who you grew up with, even family members, just start falling off. The money isn't coming in how they want it to. The job cut them off. Can't pay the car note. It's just so many things that are going on that if you weren't prepared before, then there's no way, there's no hope for you now. So when I say that, I mean to say, like, okay, you must have you have to have something. You have to have some savings. You have to you can't go into a pandemic or any type of emergency situation with no savings. No, like, you will be out so sad to the point where there's no, it'd be almost impossible for you to come back. Even with the savings of 500, 400, 600, you would have to have a little bit more than that to at least last you for as long as this pandemic has lasted, which has been almost 7 months now, and will continue for I don't know how long, probably for the next year. But if you hadn't saved your money for the past year or so, then you gonna be outside by now. Your money gonna start to get low. That $600 gonna last you only so long, Brody. You should have been saving up this whole time. You should have had something in the back, so when some shit happened, you would have been straight. But no, you wanted to go buy some Jordans. You wanted to go to the mall every week. You wanted to, instead of save your money, realize your purpose. So when something did happen like this, which it is, you would be straight. You'd have money in the back. You could still pay your bills, and you'd still be able to find other ways of work to help. You wouldn't have a job if you would have got let go. But if you didn't have a job, you would find out ways to get a job until until the world opened back up, until shit started to go back how it used to be. So, but in the meantime, you would still have money in the background. So let's think about this for a second. You have to be smart with your money, investing, saving. You have to realize the position you're at and try and improve upon it, because crying about it isn't going to make it better. Crying about it isn't going to help you feed yourself. Crying isn't going to help. None of that is going to help the way you're living in the way. None of that's going to help. It's going to definitely encourage you to figure out different ways of, okay, I don't have this job. What can I do to get me some money to replace this job that I was working at? You have to, there's no way, you have to figure out a way, guys. I'm telling you, you have to figure out a way. You have to, bro. Because if you don't, you're going to be in the same situation everybody out here is living like. Can't pay their rent. Can't pay the car note. They have to move back in with mom because mom got the job still, but you don't. So you got to backtrack again. You got to take 3, 4, 5 steps back again. And then you feel less of an adult because you feel like, damn, I'm going back to square one because I didn't handle what I was supposed to handle back when I was younger. So now that shit's starting to go down the fan, I have to downgrade my way of living and go backwards, which is something that you shouldn't be doing because you should have already had that situated with in the beginning. Not now, not in the beginning, since you first had a job. Before, you should have had somebody tell you, your mom at least, your dad, your cut, put some money in the background. Have a savings account, something that you can rely on so you can fall back. Because if you don't got no money, you can't fall back. If you have a cushion of money behind you, you can fall back safely and not get hurt. But if you don't have any, you're just going to go backwards and hit your head on the fucking concrete and you're not going to have shit. You have to think about shit like this. You have to, because this is not the only time some shit like this is going to happen. There's going to be another pandemic, my nigga, probably sooner than you think. I don't know. Some other shit might happen and you're going to be in the same situation again. Learn from this situation to improve yourself, improve your financial stability, to help you. So when some shit like this happens again, You will be prepared. You will be ready. You won't have to be ripping and running and struggling to find another job or find. You'll be okay. I got at least shit $10,000 in the bank. Okay, I can live off that for a little minute. But if you don't got you got $25, you ain't on shit, buddy. Like you have to figure out different ways to improve yourself. Especially now, this is the time. This whole pandemic, this has been the time to grind out, figure out what your purpose is, figure out what you can do to help increase your life. If you haven't been grinding these past 6 7 months, what were you doing this whole time? What, you was on the PS4 all day, huh? You was no. You have to figure out what you need to be doing in a time like this. If you are outside, you can't be outside. You can't be outside your whole life or for as long as the pandemic lasts. This is the point of this is the point where God is testing you to see if your your durability, to see if you can push through a time like this. And if you couldn't, then you stuck. You're stuck because you put yourself in that situation. Now you're figuring out how to get yourself out. And it's harder to it's harder to get yourself out than it is to get put in the situation, because you have to do so much more to help yourself to get out of that situation, because it's not going to just overnight. No, you got to put in the work, got to find applications for a different job. You got to start a business, whatever you got to do. But for the most part, it's not going to happen. All that shit is not going to happen overnight. That shit is a process. And if you have not figured out the process before, you have to figure it out now, because the process is happening now. The process is pushing you to figure out ways to get money, to figuring out how you can improve yourself, how to improve your financial stability, how to improve yourself as a person. So for the most part, you have to think about it like, okay, if something like this happens again, what am I going to do? That's where you have to take it. Because if you don't take it there, you'll never think about it. And if you don't think about it and it happens again, you're going to be outside. You don't want to be outside. You want to be out good, because you want to be good. You want to be straight. You don't have to worry about none of this shit, bro. You don't want to have to worry about being behind on your mortgage. You don't want to have to be worried about credit. You will be straight because you will have that money in the back. You would have already paid your shit off. You would have been good. You would have been straight. But no, you want to go to 10 pairs of Jordans every 3 weeks. You want to go hang out with your buddies, get a zip of weed all the time. No, now you broke. Now you're broke and you're stuck and you're back with mom. Yeah, that's life, my nigga. Have fun. But hey, that's all I got to say for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll be back at you guys with another video. I'll see y'all guys later.